Is anybody having a good time yet? Huh? You guys probably don't want to hear from us. You just want to hear all the announcements, right? They're going to get to that. They're going to get to that. Folks, you know, I continue to learn things on a day-to-day basis in this business, and but I always have to remember to keep it as humble as I can. I need to make sure that I give thanks to the one that brought this business to me, my sponsor, national consultant Steve Thompson. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. But what he did was give me a call one day, and if it wasn't for Eddie Roughton, who you just saw up here as an executive consultant, I wouldn't be here either. Folks, in October of 2006, after working 20-plus years, I did not have $40 to spare to put in my gas tank to drive from Houston to Dallas. And thank goodness Eddie believed in me enough to drive by in his truck and pick me up and bring me up to Dallas to take a look at this. And folks, if it wasn't for those two things, none of this would have ever happened. But even after I saw it, there was still nothing I could do with it because I couldn't afford to come in. And I need to publicly thank Miss Tiffany Owen Davis for loaning me $400 to get started in Ambit Energy. Thank you so very much. Guys, those chain of events, started something that simply just has no chance of ever being stopped again. I believe there's a few things that we always have to look at. And my hardest belief is that you simply have to believe. And you know what, though? That belief doesn't need to be in the company or anything like that. That belief simply has to be in yourself. And I have to admit that in the beginning, I could not believe in myself. I had absolutely no chance to do that. I'd been a failure in my own eyes in everything that I had ever done. I had lived on the wrong side of the law for way too long. I'd put my family through so many things. I'd made it to where I couldn't even see my son for years and years of his life. I made it to where I had to show up to a probation officer once a month that I've done now for 7+ years and will continue to do that for 3 more because of the way I chose to live my personal life. Thank goodness those things are different. We went for a visit about 3 months ago to get off of probation early. They said no, but they gave me international travel. So you will now hear about me and my son going to our soccer game in England coming up real soon. You absolutely have to have determination in your heart. And the determination cannot be for yourself. It has to be for your team and your organization. As you just heard Ray Monty put it, the company has done everything and will continue to do everything to help each and every one of us be successful. But the bottom line is that it's up to us. So how determined are we as individuals to help our team, not ourselves? You see, folks, when you start to truly understand it has absolutely nothing to do with you, but it has everything to do with your team, I believe you will have absolute tremendous success in your life here with Ambit Energy. So please learn to get determined about your commitment. The most important thing to me is you have to absolutely have a why. Folks, your why can't be to pay off your credit cards. You'll find a way to do that, or you'll go somewhere and file bankruptcy like I've done. Your why has to be unique, it has to be particular, it has to be written, and it needs to be stated, and it has to be big. I have a 16, almost 17-year-old son that for 4 years of his life I couldn't communicate with him, I couldn't see him, I couldn't write him a letter, I couldn't talk to him on the phone. Over the last few years, he and I have become the best friends in this entire world. He's going to graduate. He's going to graduate in May of 2010. My why, my dream, my goal is that by May of 2010, I've helped enough people succeed in their Ambit business that I can then retire and enjoy the rest of my life with my son. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage my son, Ryan Atkinson. You deserve all this. Ladies and gentlemen, get a why, get it in your heart, believe it like you've never believed in anything else in your life, Give yourself the chance to go backstage and cry arm in arm with your son as he says, Dad, we've now reached the top. Who are we bringing with us? It better be you. We'll see you next year.